Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hi. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. I officially want to apologize for coming in late. We currently have a little power issue here in Nigeria, and it's currently 12:30 a.m. over here. So we're really suffering with the power issue. Yeah, yes, 12:30 here. Sorry, just I can hear you.
No, I said 12 a.m. Wow. Wow. Thank you for showing up at 12 a.m. Wow.
It's okay. So I'm so sorry for coming late, and I want to apologize in advance because the light is currently not steady, so my phone will also go off soon. But I before then I should be able to give you one or two. So I am so sorry. So sorry. Alright. Today we're gonna talk about the impact. Okay, let me introduce myself, sir. My name is Inimfon Asifa. You can call me Ini. I am I am a writer, professionally a writer. I've been a writer for over 6 years. But I got into tech. I've been in tech for uh, I've been in tech for 5 years. For 5 years now. So I'm just gonna give you a background story. Thank you, background story about how I got into tech and how my topic, which is called the significance of, which is called my topic titled the significance of personality in tech transitions and the impact of misaligned roles. So I got into tech 5 years ago, and truthfully, it was quite hard for me because I got into the wrong, like I would say wrong. Yeah, I got into the wrong tech career meant for me. So I've always been a writer. I've always write from ever since I grew up as an adult. I've always been a writer, and when I got into tech, that was when in Nigeria tech became like the in thing. So everybody wanted to go into tech, and I was like, yo, I don't want to miss out in this tech thing. I want to be a Texas. So in Nigeria, there's what we call tech brand Texas. I want to be a Texas. I want to be like. So I was like, okay, I can do this. So I got into tech via somebody told me that go and learn this programming language. Once you learn it, you'll be making millions in month. When you get a job internationally, like if you know Nigerians, you all want to get a job internationally. You all want to work in international companies, and that was mind blowing. I'm like, okay, let me try this thing. So in fact, I didn't even know what I was doing. All I knew was that I went in and paid a huge sum of 300,000 naira. Sorry, I can't convert it to to this thing to learn Python programming for 1 month. Yeah, I know. Like I'm like I know, and the person was like, once after that 1 month, you're going to be like. So there were yeah, thank you, $215. Yeah, so and I was so excited, and I got in. I paid that sum, and the the funniest part was that I was the youngest. Sorry, I was the oldest in my Python class. Every other person was 16 years, 17 years. I was like 20, 24 then, and I was like, and they were waste, and they knew, but they knew. They were way smarter than I was because they've had the background in tech, and I was just there. I was just so dumb. But anyways, I picked up fast. I picked up fast in Python because I paid, so I have to. It was compulsory. So I studied twice harder than every other person there. Now, the problem I had was that after I had finished my 1 month training, I still had to, because I realized that after 1 month you cannot become a Texas with just Python training. You have to further your education. So I did. I furthered my education in Python, and I learned so much. Now let me tell you where when I realized that Python wasn't meant for me. I struggled in Python, even while knowing almost everything. I struggled. Like, I knew that this tech part was not for me. That particular tech area was not for me. How did I know that? I didn't see myself as that person that will go into um I didn't see myself as a Python programmer, as a data analyst. I didn't even see myself as though, like, my personality could not just click with that. I was sad. So I actually got a job as a Python programmer in Nigeria, and I was so sad. I hated my job. The pay was better than the writing job, but I so hated my job. I And there was no one to talk to, because if you talk to anybody, be like, oh, that's how jobs are now. You're supposed to actually hate your jobs. But I have worked before. I know how hating your job can be, and now really really hating your job. But, like, you feel so uncomfortable, feel uneasiness in your body, and that is how much I hated my job. So I spoke to few people, and they kept on telling me, you are- it's normal, you're really normal, you're there for the money. But I'm like, really? I know I'm there for the money, but is that really why I should hate my job? I cannot hate a job, and I'll be getting like salary every month. I hate it. So luckily for me, I spoke to my brother, who's a web developer, and I spoke to him. I told him, see, I don't think I can continue this Python thing. And he was like, well, I'm like, this does not sit with who I am. I am a writer. I've been a writer for the longest, and I am an art person. I am I am an extrovert. I'm so many things, but I am not someone who sits down all there all day calculating, trying to do other things. I'm not that kind of person. I'm someone who is more interactive and everything. So it was like, okay, if you're that kind of person, then figure out what you want to do. So I went into deep research, and I found out about digital marketing. Now I'm a writer and a digital marketer now. Digital marketer now. And it was so crazy because I didn't even have to pay a dime to learn digital marketing. I learned everything via YouTube and some other resources. So I just want to say that digital marketing is amazing for those who are in the space. It is amazing. It is so amazing. So let's go back to our topic. Like, so from the story, like, your personality has a lot to do with what you do in life. Your personality has so much to do. You know, if you are if you like in Nigeria, I don't know about over there. When you're in high school, before when you're in high school, at a particular stage, you are going to choose between arts and science. You get. So that is from there you know what you want to study in the university. So we call those people, they are art students, they are science students, they are commercial students. Those people that got into accounting and business admin. So, and I ask people, if you chose art, like, I that's the first thing I tell my clients. I ask my clients, before you chose art, why did you choose art? Why did you choose to be in the art class? Because at the end of the day, you either at the end of the day, either you're a writer, you're an artist, you're something that has to be in the art field. Why did you choose? And you're like, because I like art. I'm like, exactly, your personality aligns with that career path. So, and the good thing about tech is that every tech career suits with every career in the world. So, you're a writer, you can be a technical writer. You're a marketer, you can be a digital marketer. You're anything you want to be, it has a tech career that aligns with it. So when you're choosing something, your personality has a lot to do with it, but a lot of people say that, whenever I my life on LinkedIn, and I ask my guests, like, do you think personality has something to do with of your tech? They'll say no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Oh, in particular, one said, I believe you. And I quote him, he said, I believe if you want to do something, you just have to learn, because you have the ability to know it and do it. I'm like, yeah, I know you do. Every human has an ability to learn and do something, but what if that thing does not correlate with who you are? Because at the end of the day, it's who you are. Who are you really? Who are you really? Like, if you don't know who you are, obviously you cannot figure out what the best thing, because what's the best thing for you, because at the end of the day, you're just following the noises in the society, just following, oh, do this, do that, and it doesn't make sense. So this way, who you are comes in. Are you a creative person? Are you are you and sorry are you a creative person? Are you a, what do you call it, analytical person? You have to figure out that personality. That's that your personality. Then once you figure that out, you you work, you find your path there. Because if you don't, in as much as you say, oh, it's tech, I'm going to swing it, but as time comes in, you're really, 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 really going to, you know within yourself that you hate what you're doing, but you just have to do it. Yeah. So, life should not really be that hectic for anybody. Like, I used to tell everybody that life is too short. You can die at any time, and you should not die hating what you do in life. Figure out your life and do what you want, and do the best thing for you. So when it comes to roles, your jobs, when it comes to your role, if you have if you have a wrong tech career, even if you've learned so much, you think, I'm a guru in this field, and at the end of the day, you see yourself struggling in that role. You see yourself not, as I as I said myself, I hated my job. Even when I was good at my job, I just hated, because it didn't it didn't align with who I am. So you see yourself hating that part. And apart from struggling, I'm not saying struggling at doing the job. I mean, struggling to fit in. That's going to be a very, very big problem. You might not even admit it to yourself, but like, you're really having that issue. So the roles in the companies, and you'll be like, oh, I'm doing my job, but are you happy doing your job? Apart from being happy, are you comfortable? Are you comfortable being, like, let me say you are great at marketing, and you know that digital marketing, it is for you, but you got into software engineering. No one, you struggled your way up to software engineering, and you know how much, like, you know yourself, you're someone that you're someone at the digital market, you're someone that likes doing SEO, someone that likes go on social media marketing. You might even want to be a content creator. You get, but you got into software engineering where you just sit down one place and code all day. I know that that is not you. There are people like that, but that is actually not you. So in as much as you know your job, but you don't love your job, and once you don't love your job, you be a very very sad human being. I have met a lot of my clients. They complain, like they were like, my very first client, he's a very analytical person. In fact, the first time we had an interaction, you could see how when it, when we got into like his preferred tech career, and we got into this data analytics, he was so excited about it. I asked him, so what do you actually do? He was like, he's a software engineer. I'm like, at first I was like, you're a software engineer, wow. I was listening, I said, he was, yeah, but he hates his job. I'm like, why? Like, you're making some big bucks over here. He was like, yeah, that's not all about the money. That he's like as sad as anybody, any human being in this world. Like, this job does not suit with who he is, and he's like so sad. I'm like, yeah, I actually really understand. Well, I actually really understand you. So we talk about data analysis, and do you know that right now this guy transitioned to data analysis on that year. This was like in 2022. Now he has not gotten to where, like, compared to how it was in because he has been software engineer for years. So he's just beginning data analysis, and he's like, this is the happiest he has ever been in his work life. And I was like, okay, this is amazing. Like, same here. This is the happiest I've ever been in my work life, because these things are mind blowing. So, and I used to tell every other person, you have to know what you're doing. Don't just do everything because there's money. You're going after money. Because I don't know about US, but in Nigeria, in fact, almost 90% of the tech people in Nigeria are in tech because there's money in tech. So if you go with that mindset that you're going there for the money and don't care about any other thing, and you're going to the wrong thing, it might really really affect your it gonna really affect you. 2 years ago, software engineering was in Nigeria was the thing. Everybody wanted to be a software engineer. They had this notion that once you get into software engineering, under a year, you'll be making like 100k dollars, like in a month, and maybe the people who are making that would have been in software engineering for years. They come in and give you that, software engineering, all these things. So, and people now, and a lot of people got into software engineering because of that. That's a very very wrong motive to go into something. I know money is like a big this thing, but it's wrong. But for something that you're going to do for the rest of your life, it's just like getting married. Yes, it's actually just like getting married. Imagine getting married to the wrong person because everybody is saying this person, this type of people, they are the best, but you just realize that this person is not for you. You cannot marry someone who does not align with your values and your principles. You get, it's just that's the same thing with life. You cannot do any, you cannot get into a career that does not align with who you are. This is not even in tech. This is like your career generally. You cannot. It's because this is something you're going to do for the rest of your life. It's you don't have to. So because you'll be angry, you'll be sad. Imagine marrying someone that you don't like, that you don't like because everybody says this person is this thing. You'll be a very very sad person for the rest of your life because you're stuck with this person for the rest of your life. So I'm so sorry that I came in late once again, and for now, that is the end of my. That's the end because I really don't have much battery, and I don't want to leave this place not saying anything. So, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Um, um, that that was fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to drop your LinkedIn profile with your permission. I drop your LinkedIn profile into the chat, so if they might want to connect with you later, they can.
Okay, I should drop my LinkedIn.
Right.
Okay,
No, and do anybody have any questions before she jump out?
sorry.
But did you have time to take any questions from the group before your phone dies?
So I can barely hear you. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you for the fantastic talk. Thank you.
All right, thank you too. Let me drop my LinkedIn. Sorry, my LinkedIn link. Uh, sorry. I can barely hear you. Sorry, network is killing me here. I'm so sorry. Uh, just give me a second. I'll be with you. Hopefully.
Okay, so while while she's doing it there, I do want to thank everybody for coming to the meetup. I hope you got a lot of value from that. It was a very unique message that I don't hear often. I don't. I've been to a lot of set meetups, and that was different. Just talking about think about it, considering your personality for your job and doing things happy. So once again, thank you so much for that wonderful topic. If everybody got an opportunity, please connect with her on LinkedIn and just go a little further with that conversation. But beside that, we're going to wrap it up and thank you all for coming out. You all have a blessed day.
Yep, thank you. Everybody have a good rest of your week.
Thanks, JC.